Okay, well, welcome back, everyone. This is the B4 podcast, and I am your host, Lindsay Barth. And we are well underway in the year of 2026, Beverly's 400th anniversary. And this month, our episode is really exciting. I have two guests here, although I am going to be chatting with a good friend and a collaborator, partner in all of the events we're putting together this year, Dr. Karen Hopkins, president of the Beverly School for the Deaf, the Children's Center for Communication. Karen, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Absolutely. Now, I know we are going to be talking about a really special event that I've actually worked really close on with you. But before we get to the event and all the fun details, I kind of wanted to back up a little and first introduce our other guest, Megan, our interpreter, who's going to be here. For folks watching, they're going to see some really awesome signing and be able to check that out. For your listening folks, Megan is here and she's doing some really awesome interpreting behind me. So thank you for being here, Megan. And we're just really excited for this episode. Now, Karen, my first question.
Yes.
Your journey. I want to learn a little bit about how you became involved with the Beverly School for the Deaf and what brought you into this leadership role.
It's a long journey.
Yeah?
I was born and raised in Maine, and the only deaf child in my family, the only deaf child in my town.
Wow.
And I didn't meet another deaf person until the age of 18 when I went to Gallaudet University.
Oh my gosh.
And Gallaudet is the world's only university for deaf individuals.
Yeah.
So when I went there, it was total culture shock. So I got my degree and decided I had to go back. I had to go back home and make sure this didn't happen to other kids, that kids had to meet other deaf individuals when they were children and not at 18. So I started a career in education throughout the state of Maine. I worked in early intervention, deaf education, special education, and landed at the Maine Educational Center for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Governor Baxter School for the Deaf in southern Maine. And I was there 32 years. So a long time, a long career.
Wow.
I ended up as the executive director there, overseeing deaf education, the whole state of Maine. And prior to that time, I kept feeling like the only way I was going to make a difference is if I could talk to the right people. So I was a teacher. I became a principal. I became a special ed director. And I became a superintendent. I worked on my doctorate because I found that the only way people would talk to me is if I had certain titles after my name. And I was determined to make a difference, and I needed those titles, which to me really doesn't matter, but to the system and the children and the families, it made a big difference.
Definitely.
So I was there 32 years, and one day this recruiter contacted me, and basically here I am. But it took a long time. It took about 6 to 8 months before I came here. I was out of back and forth with the school, but one day I came down to meet with the interview team and to see the children. And I walked in the door and it hit. I just knew this was home. And the biggest reason why, about 10 years ago, I had a traumatic brain injury.
Oh my gosh.
And woke up unable to move my right side and talk and walk, anything. Everything was gone. So when I walked in there, I saw myself. There were deaf children that were in wheelchairs. Some were trying to stand, some were trying to walk, some were trying to sign. And I instantly knew that this was where I had to be, because they were me and I was them. And so the connection is very strong. It was strong from the time I walked in, and it's still strong with these kids.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. Thank you for sharing. And
Yeah.
It sounds like you've kind of seen every side to this educational practice, and you're really bringing such a holistic view to how to take on this incredible role. So that's amazing. That's awesome. And I know that the Beverly School for the Deaf is celebrating their own anniversary this year. 150 years.
150 years, and we are celebrating every month.
I love that. Good for you. I love that we're able to partner, and what an incredible just amount of time. I think that I even, living in Beverly, I don't think I really understood how longstanding and historic this school is. Can you tell us a little bit about the origins of the school and how it started here in Beverly?
Sure. The history is fascinating. So in 1876, it opened. The school started, and they chose Beverly because it was a calm, beautiful town near the water. They felt it was a place that children would be healthy and happy, and they loved the community. So that seems just so nice, thinking of Beverly and the connection that I've felt since I came, that community connection. They also wanted a place that had a lot of land. And at that time, there was a lot of land where now the CCC BSD school is. We've since sold some of the land, and there's houses around the school. But prior to that time, there was a lot of land. So the individuals that started the school were looking for land and a really nice place for children to be.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. And now, coming full circle to 2026, what do you think sets your school apart?
I do a lot of tours in the school, and I love to give tours. So if anybody wants to come, let me know. But I hear the word joy with pretty much everybody that comes in through those doors. Joy, happiness, and that's true. And the staff of the school are incredibly skilled. They're passionate, they're kind, they're caring, and the children don't always get that in other schools. They're also super innovative and creative, and I look at these children and think what their life would be if they weren't with us, and it's a dramatic difference. We have children that are deaf and hard of hearing, birth to 22. We also have children that are hearing with diverse communication profiles, up to 22 again. So lots of different children, but the biggest connection is their children and their students, and they're all working on communication.
Amazing. I mean, I will say personally, with my first tour of the school, I can attest that the joy and the creativity and just the excitement from all the students is so palpable. You can just sense it. It's in the air. So you've created such a beautiful environment. And I commend you for that.
I was there before I came.
Oh, well, you've continued growing that.
Yes, that's right.
You were just such a steward of the school. Now, in terms of sort of going big picture, right? So not just within the school, but can you talk a little bit about deaf culture? And what does the role of ASL play in that culture? How does your school help to build confidence and identity for students that may have different needs and different ways of communicating?
Yes. Culture is so important to everybody. Everybody has their own culture, hearing culture, different cultures. And deaf culture is very unique to deaf individuals and the deaf community. And American Sign Language is one of the biggest indicators and values of deaf culture. And it's something that bonds deaf individuals together. In addition, it's theater, it's connection, it's language, it's the values are the same for deaf individuals. And I see so many children that grow up and they don't have that connection. And then I see a lot of children that grow up and do have it. I was recently chatting with some 18, 19-year-olds that were in a school for the deaf birth to 5, and then they went into mainstream schools, and they've come back searching for their identity, searching for their culture, searching for who they are as a deaf person. So that's really, really hit me, because it was my story as well,
right,
in not knowing what my identity was till 18 or 19. But this school, the magic behind it is seeing children together that have similar cultures, similar identities, and really making their confidence strong and giving them a sense of self and a sense of connection. And this school, because it's a different deaf school in that we have deaf children and hearing children, and a lot of our students, the majority of our students, have additional disabilities. So deaf with autism, or deaf with cerebral palsy, or deaf with something else. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of equipment at our school, a lot of standards and walkers, as I said. This morning we had a dance company come, and there were 3 children with standards that are typically in wheelchairs standing up dancing. So that's the connection. They saw each other and they were bonded. They were connected, and we were just standing watching, saying, that's it. You know, the connection that happens when you get 2 individuals that have lived experience that's similar. There's nothing like that. Nothing like that.
That is beautiful. I mean, it truly feels like you're doing something more than just educating. You're building this space for people to become who they are. That's beautiful. Yes. Amazing. Well, thank you for that. And kind of getting more into the tie-in with Beverly's 400th anniversary. What has the relationship looked like with the city over time? What does the relationship look like now? And how can citizens of Beverly get involved?
Yeah, since I've only been here 2 years, it's been a big goal to me to meet as many people as I can. And when I saw that Beverly 400 was having this amazing event, I said, this is it. This is how I can meet people. This is how I can connect. And with our 150th and the town's 400, it just seemed like a perfect togetherness to be able to bring it all together. So reached out, and everybody has been so kind and so welcoming to me and to our community as a whole, trying to make things accessible for me and for our students and our community. So that just seems so great. The other part of your question was,
how can people get involved?
Oh, how can people get involved? Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So we are partnering with Beverly 400, as you said. So a lot of the events that you are having, or we are having collectively in this town, we are at, and we're providing interpreters. We're partnering with Beverly 400 for the next CODA event that's coming up, which you'll talk about, and lots of different ones. But if you were to look on our website, we're doing other events. Every single month there's something happening on our campus. We're having a carnival this summer. We're having a trunk or treat for children in October. We're having a Deaf Culture Festival in September. We're having Sean Forbes, who did the signing for the Super Bowl. We're having Savvy ASL, who is a 15-year-old deaf girl that signs music internationally. So this is all experience that we want the community to come and see and experience and learn about our culture, our community, the disability community, the deaf community, and be there and learn and support. It's been interesting. We had an evening of dance. A deaf group came again and had an evening of dance, and the community members that were there were just in awe. And by the end of it, they were dancing too. So that's what it should be. Everybody just together making magic, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, you heard it here first, Beverly. Open invite. Yeah. Go to their website, check out some of the events that are coming up, and find one that speaks to you.
If anybody wants to get dressed up, we're having a big soiree, April 11th in Gloucester at Cruiseport.
Oh my gosh.
With a deaf auctioneer. So
amazing, very fun.
Very cool experience, so that'll be great. And a deaf DJ. So come support our school and dance with us.
Okay, well, there's the first invite, April 11th. All right. Well, speaking of CODA and our screening, to give a little bit of background, this is an event that my committee, the Beverly 400 Arts Committee, has been putting together with our Beverly in the Movies film series. We have screened 2 movies, or we will have screened 2 movies by the time we get to CODA in April. So the other 2 movies we had screened were The Proposal, which had filming locations at the Beverly Airport, and then this month we're screening The Tender Bar, which I do believe everyone remembers George Clooney and Ben Affleck being on Rantoul Street a few years ago. But in April, we will be screening CODA. And this was a unanimous vote. Everyone wanted CODA. Everyone was excited. And I'm just so glad that this sort of introduced us to collaborate. So this screening will be April 24th. And
April
14th. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of March 24th. Okay.
Too many dates.
Thank you. April 14th. And I wanted to kind of have you tell us a little bit about sort of your experience with bringing this event together. What does it look like for you, and why is it meaningful to the school?
Yes. So CODA is a movie about children of deaf adults. CODA, that's the acronym. And so our deaf community, our children, our families, they're excited because it's about them. I have 3 CODAs in my family. I'm a deaf mom. I have 3 children of deaf adults. And watching that with them was just so fun because they said, yes, you do that, Mom, and you do that, Mom. And so it was fun to have that connection. And the deaf community around the nation really bonded with that movie for that reason. So for here, to know that it was in Beverly, our staff, our students, the families, the deaf community is coming out of the woodwork because they're excited because Beverly cares about deaf individuals. So we're going to be adding interpreters that evening. It's open caption movies, so come experience some of those accessibility features.
Yes.
We're having our student artwork around the theater. And we're having a reception before, a VIP reception, which will give you free popcorn. You'll see a quick movie about our students. before the movie, and you'll have appetizers, thanks to Beverly 400. And I'll be talking a little bit about the school and just common support. It's going to be information on both of our websites about that very soon.
Yes.
And we're just excited to be part of it and to see Beverly and Beverly School for the Deaf really come together as one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm really excited. I think, my biggest takeaway with my tour at the school was just the incredible artwork that your students are creating. And so to be able to sort of set up this gallery at the Cabot, I think will be such a cool opportunity for both the students and the families, but also the public to come out and see just what creative, inspired work these students are putting out.
We'll also be doing the art festival this summer.
Oh, will you? Oh my gosh.
There's student art coming there, so that'll be fun.
Amazing. That's great. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're collaborating there as well. Well, Karen, thank you for coming on, first of all.
You're so welcome.
This is so great. And I just wanted to give you the opportunity. Are there any other events that you'd like to highlight, to share before we move on to a little learning experiment?
Learning experience. Oh, we are having events every single month. So come. We have game nights that are all in ASL. This next weekend we're having a sculpture night, and the whole night is ASL. Meaning no talking, you're going to just try to sign.
Cool.
And we're part of the scavenger hunt in Beverly. Look on our website because there's a lot of fun activities happening. It'll be fun. We have a grand opening of our museum. We've revamped our museum and. So lots of partnerships.
Many things. Can you share what's your website?
Yes, basically www.cccbsd.org.
All right, it's the acronym. Get out there, check out all these amazing events, and definitely come to the CODA screening. It is a free screening. If you'd like to participate in the VIP pre-event, where we have our student gallery and some catered snacks, cash bar, please come out. You'll get free popcorn for the movie, and you'll be able to see some really inspired work. So, Karen, I know you'll be helping us learn a few ASL interpretations for the movie, but I was wondering if you could maybe teach me something right now.
What do you want to know?
Ooh, okay. I would love to know how to sign community. I feel like that's like a big part of what we've been doing.
Community. Think
Okay.
of like houses. The top of the roof.
Okay. All right. Nice. Sorry for folks listening and not watching, but I am doing this. It almost looks like a roof, right? Like a house?
Yes.
Okay. Community. I love that. Ooh. Okay. How about inspired? Oh, yeah. Oh, I love ASL. It feels so natural. Like this is what my body wants to be doing when I say
you
inspired.
You kind of did it before you did it.
Yeah, I did it right. It's so intuitive. That's really cool.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Okay. And let's end on art. All right.
like
So
you're drawing?
pinky, and then I'm drawing. Oh, like a canvas. Art. Oh, I love that. This is great.
And if they come to the CODA, we're going to be teaching a few signs there.
Yes, so
Listen to
yes,
the movie
audience
and get everybody
members.
clapping and, yeah.
Exactly. Yes, so please come out. You'll be learning. Karen's going to graciously teach us a few more interpretations for the CODA movie. So that is, again, April 14th. I'm saying the right date. Please join us, and thank you both for being here. Thank you for joining me. And folks listening, we'll be back next month. And once again, I don't know who my guest will be next month, but someone will be here, and it will be very exciting. Thank you for listening. Inspired. It will be an inspired event. All right. Enjoy your weekends, everybody. Thank you. And we'll see you next month.
We did it.
Yay! Thank you.